I'm Adika. So, cobalt has been used for many centuries as it rich in blue pigment. Cobalt gives blue colors to the paint, glass, and also the ceramic. So, the word cobalt comes from German, which is cobalt, and cobalt give a meaning of a goblin. Goblin is a superstitious term that being used by the miners for cobalt ore, since cobalt ore being found as a worthless, poisonous, and brigade other ores. Cobalt is being found by George Brandt, a Swedish chemist. He was being credited by isolating the cobalt. The primary state of cobalt is in the form of metallic rusted ores. Cobalt is being used in the production of alloy. The example of alloy is alnico and stellite. The active compound of cobalt can be found in cobalamin. Cobalamin is a group of coenzymes. Cobalamin that rich in cobalt can be found in vitamin B12. Vitamin B12 used to help in red blood cell formation, neurological function, and DNA synthesis in animals. That's all for me.
Okay, next I will talk about the characteristic of cobalt. First of all, cobalt known as a CO with the capital C and small letter O, and atomic number is 27 and atomic mass is around 58.93 gram per mole. And cobalt is one of the transition metal in a group number 9, and density of the cobalt is 8.86 gram per cubic and cobalt is have a silver color, and it actually brittle and have a high melting point around 1495 degrees Celsius, and boiling point is around 2927, and in more hardness is actually around 5. Cobalt also known as the magnetic metal beside iron and nickel. It can retain its magnetism at a higher temperature in 1100 degrees Celsius than any other metal. Besides that, cobalt also can conduct electron, and it very good in conducting heat. It actually used in the super alloy. That's all.
The source of cobalt can be from the diet and also nature. In nature, cobalt exists as the arsenide, oxide, and also sulfide. The earth crust, the significant metal that contain the highest amount of cobalt are the cobaltite, erythritite, and smalltite. The primary sources of cobalt for the human is for diet. For drinking water, the concentration of cobalt is about 5 mg per liter. In food, the total daily consumption contains about 5 to 45 mg. Green leafy vegetables are the highest source of cobalt, and also cereal, which have about 0.2 to 0.6 mg. The pollution of cobalt happens when there are growth of metallurgical industry. This condition become toxic to plant. As a result of industrial pollution, the amount of cobalt has increased. In regions with metal industry, in USA and Canada, the concentration of cobalt have been found to have the highest amount, which is 154 mg per kg and 120 mg per kg respectively.
So, how to solve this problem? What are the tools that we can use? Firstly, we can use the chemical precipitation. In precipitation process, it involves the adding of chemical to form insoluble compound. Then, This insoluble compound will be filtered using filtration or sedimentation method. This method is widely used by far in industry because it is simple and inexpensive. The example chemical precipitation for cobalt is hydroxide precipitation and sulfide precipitation. Next, ion exchange resin. Resin has a specific ability to change its cation with metals in wastewater. This process is high removal efficiency and fast kinetics. Next, membrane filtration. Membrane filtration with different types of membrane shows great promise for heavy metal removal as it is easy to operate and space saving. The example of membrane filtration is ultrafiltration, nanofiltration, and reverse osmosis. However, in long term, the membrane filtration needs to be changed because of the inefficiency of the device. Next, the adsorption process. This process is by using agricultural waste such as algae, fungi, and etc. to absorb the pollutant on its surface. This process is effective, cheap, and environmentally friendly. Next, the electrochemical treatment. This process involves the plating out of metal on cathode surface and can recover the metal ion in elemental state. So we can reuse the heavy metal that we separate from the waste. However, this method has expensive electrical supply.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Iliana, and for this video, I'm going to share about the applications of cobalt. There are several applications of cobalt in various industries, and the first one is the production of alloy. Cobalt is used to make magnetic, wear-resistant and high-strength alloy. This is because cobalt-based superalloys have higher melting and boiling point than other metals like iron and nickel, thus having higher resistance to hot corrosion. Next, cobalt-60 is the form of radioactive isotope, which is used in gamma irradiation process. Through this process, cobalt is applied to sterilize medical devices such as gloves, surgical gowns, implants, catheters, and others. Other than that, through gamma irradiation process also, cobalt-60 is used to in radiotherapy, which is one of the treatment for cancer. In addition, certain foods are also treated with cobalt-60 through a gamma irradiation. This is to reduce spoilage and to extend the shelf life of the food. Next, cobalt is used in as a catalyst in industrial process. For instance, it is used in desulfurization reaction, which is to produce liquid fuel such as petrol, diesel, and others. Furthermore, cobalt oxide is used in many electrochemical devices which convert chemical energy into electrical energy, such as rechargeable batteries, which is used in various portable devices like mobile phone, laptop, remote control, and others. So that's all for the application of cobalt.
Heavy metals are common to be toxic to most organisms when exposing to excessive concentration. Plant, animal and human are affected by toxicity of heavy metal. However, cobalt compounds have been described as toxic when exposed to excessive concentration. The toxicity of cobalt gives negative impact to human health. The different organ systems that affected include cardiovascular system, peripheral and central nervous system, endocrine system, hematological system, respiratory system, and also skin. The reaction may occur when the compound enters into the bloodstream. Cobalt compound also give impact to animals. Zebrafish embryo are used to test toxicity of cobalt ferrite by measuring the motor mortality and heart rate. The study has reported that cobalt ferrite induced toxicity by arresting cell cycle, apoptosis, decreased metabolism, and unstable heart beat. In rabbits, cobalt sulfide are used as supplement. High level of cobalt cause decrease in feed intake and decrease of hair follicle. This study has found that high level of cobalt will inhibit the formation of hair follicle. Organ weight of mice also used to measure the toxicity of cobalt oxide nanoparticle. Cobalt oxide nanoparticle effect against kidney, spleen, and liver. This also induces oxidative stress that cause cell damage. Next, toxic impact on plants are reflected in their morphology and physiology. The impact include leaf fall, inhibition of greening, premature leaf closure, and reduce in shoot weight. Toxicity also enhance oxidative stress and structural changes. Toxicity in plant also depends on other factors like plant species, soil type, pH of soil, and metal present in soil.